Kane Creek Canyon Trail is southwest of Moab. When we started, we planned to ride Kane Creek going south, then return north on Behind the Rocks Trail. As you'll see though, the ride literally took a dive, so we ended up taking Highway 191 back instead.
Hey, there's something going on with my bike. It's bogging and then going and lurching. And after I disconnected the battery and cleaned the terminals, my bike's issues went away and we continued on.
Kane Creek Canyon Trail starts off pretty easy as it parallels Kane Creek. The scenery through the canyon was pretty spectacular.
Once we got to Kane Creek, we realized the recent heavy rains had washed out some of the trail, but we were still able to follow the creek. That was a fun little surprise. That was. Sounds like David's in the water. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
We only have about 5 miles of this.
As long as I'm not getting water up in my airbox, we're good. Oops. Oh, that sounds wet.
That sounds very wet.
Here.
David!
Yeah, I'm down. I'm good. I tried to do this line.
Yeah?
And it didn't work. I saw you guys having so much trouble here. I decided to stay wide.
This is where he went first off, and that was bad.
I let the bike down though, so I definitely got water in the airbox.
Alright. Yeah, maybe just a little.
You're gonna have to definitely pull the plug. Here we go.
David is totally soaked. David had.
Oh yeah!
Oh gosh.
David had a little bit of a spill, and
I wanted to wash my bike.
Yeah.
You know, it was really convenient. I washed it a little too much.
yeah.
All right, here we go again.
We should have.
Kyle, what was your suggestion earlier?
Don't fall.
Don't drain it. He just
Oh
wanted
yeah,
me-
just start it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
Yeah, totally would
Water
have been
builds
fine.
compression. That motor would have been making more power than it ever did.
So this is Don 1, looking very nice.
I got hot.
And then this is David's bike that's drying out. Yeah.
Sun tanning.
Yeah, sun tanning.
See if you could shoot
Just like Don 1.
See if you could shoot some water out of it.
This is David now going to try to start the bike.
It'll work. It'll work. God, I knocked that down. Ugh. 2.
Is it going to start?
Yes.
Yeah. Back in business.
Although David's bike would start, it kept dying until we removed the drain bolt for the carburetor float bowl. After that, we were back on our way, but determined to head back directly to the paved road instead of continuing our loop on Behind the Rocks trail.
Kyle had a pretty close call here, but thankfully was quick on the brakes.
That was just in time. Is this the right trail?
Can't hear you.
He said it definitely goes back down into the creek.
We didn't know if the trail continued up this rocky climb or continued along the creek. We ended up climbing this section, but later realized we could have continued up the creek also.
Yeah, it's good.
Here we realized we could have also continued to follow the creek trail on our bikes. Along the ride back, my bike began running really rough like it had been at the beginning of the day, but worse. As long as I kept the speed slow, I was able to continue limping along. As we were getting back into town, my bike cut out. The electric start did nothing, but kick-starting reset the electrical system, and I got going again with no problems. I later fixed the problem by running an additional ground cable to the frame.